everyone. We're back with another week of Wctv.
I'm Alicia Helton, and to my right is Blake Erickson.
With all the hectic work going into starting off the new school year, right? Some of us may have overlooked the important new additions to the WCHS staff.
Good point, but I'm sure there are a few of us who noticed the new changes in the staff.
One of our WCTV reporters got the scoop on the new teachers.
Take it away, Seth.
Have you noticed any unfamiliar faces around the school this year? If you have, it's not your imagination. There are many new teachers at WCHS this year. Let's take a look at those unfamiliar faces that you've been wondering about. The new teachers this year at WCHS are Mrs. Crawford and Mrs. Jass, Mrs. Garvey, Mrs. Farley, and Mr. Coyle. Okay, how many new teachers are there this year at WCHS?
We have 9 new teachers. 3 of them are brand new to the teaching profession, and the others have taught other places but are new to Webster City High School.
What things did you look at when selecting new teachers this year?
Seems to be the best fit for whatever the job is. We look at what kind of background they have in the actual thing that they'll be teaching, and the more experience, the more successful experience they have in that area, work skills that we keep telling our students that they need to have. Are they reliable? Do they get along with people? Do they meet obligations? Are they responsible? Those kinds of things. Excited actually about the new people that we have this year. I think we have a really high quality group of folks that we've hired to add to the high quality teachers that we already had here. I've had a chance to get out into the classrooms and watch the new teachers teach some, and now that we've been in school for a while, and they're doing an excellent job.
You got Dr. Forsythe's perspective. Now, what do veteran teachers like Mr. Larson think?
I think we have a good group of new people, and they seem to be really settling in well to our school, and it's nice to have them around.
Are you looking forward to working with the new teachers, and why?
Well, I'm already working with one of the new teachers, Mrs. Garvey, and she's in our department, and she's also involved with the fall play, and I help with the set for that, so I've already gotten involved with a little bit of working with some of the new people. Oh, it's always nice to have new people come in, and they give you a different perspective on what the school is about and how things can be done, and it's always nice to have new ideas coming in.
Now that you've been introduced to the new teachers at WCHS this year, there won't be any unfamiliar faces in the classroom. Reporting for WCTV, I'm Seth Oder, giving it back to you in the studio.
Thank you for introducing us to the new teachers.
I hope all the new teachers are adjusting well to life here at the high school.
Now that you mention it, the students have had some adjusting to do.
Are you talking about the new attendance policy?
I sure am. We'll turn it over to Natalia to tell us more. Natalia?
Close to class? Well, no longer is this an option with the high school's new attendance policy. Those 4 minutes of passing time will be a time of rapid movement as students try to escape from the dreaded unexcused tardy. And that's not the only thing. Playing hooky? Wait till you see the paperwork.
What are the major problems you feel that the attendance policy will fix?
Well, we have 2 major problems that we've had in the past, and one of them is not knowing where students are necessarily when they're absent. I think probably the biggest drawback with the policy is that students that are here every day, that aren't absent a lot, they aren't sick a lot, they feel that even if they are sick, that they need to come to school, and so they don't get absences counted against them.
Any words of wisdom for the students?
Really the only thing is make sure that they're following the procedures.
Remember, when you're sick, your parents and guardians are required to inform the school of any absence by phone before the absence, the day of the absence, or by 8 a.m. the next morning. Absence in which this procedure have been followed and deemed legitimate by the school will be considered excused.
I don't feel so good. When you come back to school, stop in the office. The secretaries will give you an admit slip. This needs to be taken to each of the teachers and signed for the period they teach. Before you say bon voyage, stop in the office for this pre-approval slip. The teacher will write in the homework you will miss. Make sure to write it into your agenda. But don't forget those proper signatures like parent, guardian, or administrator. So we fill out all these forms, but why? Well, let's head to the chalkboard for a little bit of math.
When you're sick, 1 sick day equals 1 absence, 2 sick days equals 2 absences, but if you're sick for 3 or more days, it only counts as 1 absence. Vacation, same story.
But remember, you need to use those pre-approval forms so your absence can be kind of legitimate. Why? Well, after 2 unexcused absences, your classes will be dropped. After 6 excused absences, your classes will also be dropped. This means either a whole day or absence from a class. Teachers will warn you when this procedure is coming up. But if you are dropped, the only way you can prevent yourself from no credit is to go and appeal to the school's administration.
Hey, did you know that even in your student handbook it says students who come to class are more likely to get better grades? And in my own words, come to school, go to class, it's not as bad as you think. And hey, you might even learn something. But I gotta go, I'm gonna be late. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalia. Students have to be careful about how many classes they miss, but as long as they fill out the pre-approval form, they should be fine.
There are so many different parts of the new attendance policy. It makes my head race.
Speaking of races, Blake, the cross-country team has finally finished up their season.
And it was a good one, too. Kelly is here to help us catch up on the boys and the girls teams.
Sprints, repeat runs are all crucial parts of daily practices for the Lynx cross-country team. Last year, the team cleaned house with an awesome conference sweep at Algona, and the boys finished up some other chores by returning to state for the 6th consecutive time, where they placed 11th. To find out what the expectations for this season were, let's go to the starting line.
My goals for this year's season was to kind of stay in the top 5. My other goals are just to be in the 17s and win a conference title as a team, district title as a team, and also go to state. And I hope that we can bring home a state title on the boys' side, first one ever, and that'd be a great way to end my senior year.
My goals this year were to run in the top 10 at conference again, and then to try to qualify for state at the district meet.
Though expectations may have been high and some goals were being met, were there still areas to improve on? To get up to speed on that, we went to Coach Bussin. Coach, what are your expectations for this year's season?
Well, I think, we've accomplished some of the goals that we had hoped to achieve, and we came up short on some of the ones that we had set. We came into the season like we do every year. We want to be the conference champions. We want to take a run at districts and try and qualify for state, and then if we have the opportunity at state, we want to place as highly as we can. And both the boys and the girls team had those kind of goals coming in.
After taking first place at the district meet held at the Webster City Country Club, the varsity boys ran straight on to state. There, despite some illnesses, the boys came out with a 4th place finish. Congratulations, boys.
Here are your team medal winners and trophy winners in Class 2A boys. 4th place. They were 11th last year. The Lynx from Webster City and Coach Tony Busen.
As I cross the finish line with the hopes and dreams for this season's cross-country team, I'm Callie Olson, racing it back to you in the studio.
Just do it. That's for you, Wctv.
Thanks, Callie.
Congratulations again to both the boys and the girls for their great performances at districts, and to the boys team for their 4th place finish at state.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
Be sure to watch us next week for the wrap-up of the football season, preview of the fall production Grease, and for some information on the new dress code.
See you then.
Bye.